Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today, checking out a Danish beer by a Danish actor, trying to make something similar to Latin American beers, like, well, you can probably see by the label art design already, Corona. We're going to have sidecars again, because that's been a tendency with Latin American inspired beers, because David sent us a load of different tequilas to try. So we're pairing this with 2 shots of tequila. The classics, Jose Cuervo Especial Blanco, maybe? It actually doesn't say. It's got the same names. But the silver and the gold. So these are not real 100% agave tequilas. Jose Cuervo also makes some tradicional tequila, I think they call the series. I have one of them to try, which is pure agave tequila. This is kind of like Sierra. Sierra is like not the best tequila in the world, and it's not real tequila 100%, but it's what's marketed and it's what people know for tequila. I've had both of these Jose Cuervos before. It's been years. It was actually when I studied in America, but I haven't had any since then. So we're gonna have those, and we're gonna have this beer, and it says it's called El Fresco, and it's by Manolo. The fun thing, this is made by Magnus Milang. A lot of you guys who are not from Denmark might not know him, but you might know him if you've seen the movie. If you've seen the movie Druk. I don't actually know what it's called in English. It's got an English name too. A fantastic movie. One of the best, in my mind, Danish movies in a long time. It's by Thomas Vinterberg, and it looks at the Danish drinking culture, and it's a very great movie. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But that's probably what I think. If you know him internationally, it's going to be from that. But otherwise, he's a comedian. He's done loads of things. He's been a character called Basha Henrik, who beat people up for various reasons and crazy out there humor. And he also has a character called Jeppe K, which is like a real estate agent that's a rich guy who's just full of himself. And yeah, he's a very funny dude. And I think the latest thing he did was Brødrene Ost, which is a comedy show about him and his brother trying out eating cheese. It's really interesting, but it's around Europe, and they shot that just before COVID happened. But he also has this foray into beer with El Fresco, and so I'm guessing he's just trying to make something like Corona or something like that, like a Latin American beer. What is weird about this, though, is like you can't find out where this is made. It says it's brewed by Copenhagen Brewing Company in Copenhagen, but this brewing company doesn't have a physical brewery, and there's no mentioning of where this is brewed as far as I can gather. So it's contract brewed somewhere. But it's not the first time Danish comedians do beer. I reviewed a long time ago, but for Clone, the Danish comedy TV show, the sitcom, or is it a sitcom? Doesn't matter. I guess it technically is. It is a hilarious TV series. They did a beer with Apollo Brewery. It was like did I review it? I'm not sure if I reviewed it. But it's like a golden ale with elderflower or something like that. That's the first time I think I've heard of comedians doing beer. But hey, why not? So this is, as it says here, Latin America, inspired by Latin America, born in Copenhagen, premium beer brewed from the finest hops, barley malt, and no additives. 4.7%. So, El Fresco, let's see how this is. Is this better than Corona? Corona's not a great beer already, so we're not off to a great start. Pours, well, you could already see from the glass clear bottle, a golden yellow bright beer. I'm so afraid this is going to be heavily skunked because it's in a clear bottle. But let's check it out. It is heavily skunked. It smells so bad. But it smells like a lot of these Latin American beers in clear bottles. Like, they light struck beer. So it's a common off flavor in beer if you don't know already. But if beer is exposed to a lot of sunlight, you'll get a light struck flavor. And it literally smells like skunk. And what is a skunk? It's an animal. And when it's like attacked or whatever, when it's terrified, it's like it shoots out the spray and it stinks like fucking crazy. And that spray is the exact same compound that, comes forth in a beer when it's hit by UV light rays. And you smell it all over this beer. It's like this crazy intense farty hop aroma, and it doesn't smell nice. But I think a lot of people associate that with some styles, like with some macro beers in like lime green bottles or clear bottles because the light gets in. Like the best way to protect a beer from light is brown bottles or cans. But yeah. There is a little bit of sweet malt. There is maybe a hint of a lime character. I don't have a lime to put in, but it smells so much like a Corona or Sol or something like that. But just heavily light struck. No, I think Magnus Melang is a hilarious comedian, and he's a pretty good actor too. But this is not for me. I can smell it already, but let's try it. Cheers. You can hammer down tons of these, but it's pretty fucking terrible beer. I must say, at least from a beer geek standpoint. I'm going to drink it, because as you see, I'm wearing a button-up shirt and whatnot, because I'm actually going to a social gathering after this. That's also why we got the shots. And my friend Christopher behind the camera has got the same thing. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So, yeah, this is exactly what I expected. In terms of flavor in the actual beer, there is a little bit of a spicy malt thing, and there are some spicy hops. But it's just light strong shitty lager. Really spicy, actually. It's so... I haven't had a beer in a long time that's this heavily skunked. It's so light struck. It's crazy. Yeah. So let's try and pair it with some tequila. We're going to start off with... And we're going to shoot it. And we're going to shoot some Jose Cuervo first. So, the silver. 38% imitation tequila. 40%. Damn, they're stronger than they are in Europe. Because these were sent from the States. So, smells like tequila.
Yep.
Gag Reflex City.
That's rough.
Gag Reflex City. Yeah, let's shoot it. Cheers. Smells exactly like what I think of, like Sierra type stuff. Yeah, that's not good tequila. He hates it more than me.
The Sierra Nevada we had here.
Not Sierra Nevada, just Sierra. But yeah, it's so similar to that. Whew. That's pretty terrible. That's pretty terrible tequila. I actually last time we did a video like this pairing a like Latin inspired beer with tequila. It was a tequila liqueur with citrus. I actually like that. This is not great tequila, but I think this is pretty good for mixing drinks if you're making margaritas and things like that. But shooting it, not fantastic. So let's have some beer and try the next one. In terms of flavor, booze. Super sharp boozy flavor and a touch of agave. It's not smooth, it's raw, and it's edgy. So let's try the silver one, or the gold. I think the idea with the gold is like the idea of slight oak aging, like with you have reposado and añejo tequila, and I think it's reposado that is aged for the longest, and sometimes añejo is just oak chips, but that's why you get a golden color. You have contact with oak, and in these beers, tequilas, they probably cheat because it's big brewed. I think it's owned by, is it owned by Grupo Modelo? I'm not entirely sure. I know Cuervo is owned by some bigger conglomerate, I think, or maybe it's I don't know. Also doesn't matter. Let's shoot the gold. Are you ready, Chris?
No. But I guess I will.
Shots! We never do shots in beer reviews. It's a new thing. This one smells better, I think. It smells a bit more round and sweet.
Yeah, much better.
Cheers. He hates it. I like this one more. It's a bit more... It has a little bit of woodiness and spiciness. God, I wish you guys could see him on camera. He's like... He's just going nuts.
I'm great.
This was not the best pairing at all. Like, sorry, David, but these are not my favorite tequilas. I think this is not for shooting. This should be for mixing. But I think the others are going to be better because all the others are 100% agave tequilas, and a lot of them are aged on oak. I must say, though, because tequila and what's the mezcal can be really good, especially some of the smoky mezcals and whatnot are fantastic, and they're also some of them are amazing in cocktails. The big problem is just like a lot of people haven't had great tequila, so what they associate tequila with is this, and this is not exactly crazily tasty. But yeah, we're not gonna rate these. They're gonna be thumbs down. I think maybe a thumbs to the side for the gold Jose Cuervo, but the El Fresco by Manolo. No charge. Yeah. I mean, I could definitely drink it. So that's a plus. But it drinks like any other macro, beer. And I must say, like, you might as well get a Corona because it's cheaper. Like, I think this was on sale for 10 crowns a bottle, but normal price was 25. And I think it's 15 for a Corona. And I might even think Corona sometimes tastes better because it's not as light struck. But that's also just because I had one bottle. And also one of the weird things, like some of the bottles were crazily hazy. So maybe it is brewed at some microbrewery because, some of the bottles just looked like almost New England IPAs or wheat beers or something like that because there's so much haze. But grading for this one, it's pretty fucking shit beer. 55. It's pretty much a failed lager because it's so filled with off flavors. It's pretty much what I expected with the beer. Magnus Mirang is not a brewer. I think this is just a marketing thing. And I love his fucking movies and comedy shows and whatnot. But I think he should stick to that and not beer. Or at least maybe just something else. But, I think, could this be a success? I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it. And it's a hard market already with Corona and Sol being the dominant ones. So yeah, if you guys had a chance to try it at Fresco, let me know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos, and also let me know if you've had these two bad boys from Jose Cuervo. And I'm gonna say cheers in some beer that tastes like macro lager, but I guess isn't. And see you guys in another beer review.